Hello everybody, it's Wyron here with a continuation of our Sanctus Reach campaign, and we're about to clear the last skirmish, and that's not much to say. It's a hold the line mission, um, and yeah, just keeping going with the orcs. We're definitely looking forward to the Imperial Guard being released. Um, from the look of it, we're getting a good variety of units. I don't know if you guys pay attention to that, but definitely from the pictures and the screenshots we've been seeing, it does look like there's going to be quite a few, but it does look like the of course the usual lineup of units and usual lineup of infantry, and Ogre and all that sort of stuff. So definitely, but looking forward. I do wonder if we're going to get different artillery pieces, because from what I saw in the pictures, I do believe I only saw a basilisk. So it actually looks like we have some very high point values here. So I'm going to take a Gorkanaut. Now, Battle Wagon's not bad against large stuff, but it is a little, well, yeah, we'll take it. We'll definitely want to take some more bikers. A lot of these are very garbage sort of units, so we're going to take as much elite as we can. I definitely think elite, just because they have a chance of tanking through our solid pick. I'll take a Pain Boy. We could take a Killacan, but actually this one's got self-repair, so that's not a bad choice. We could take Scorching Knobs. We don't have, by the look of it, we do not have. By the look of it, we don't have access to. We could take some Orc Boys, I suppose. And Shooter Boys, I suppose. But by the look of it, we don't have access to flash kits, so I think this is what we're going to roll with. Shooter Boys, and what leaves us with a little bit. Actually, let's see if I drop a unit of these guys, Orc Boys. I can get another unit of Shooters in there. That'll be perfect. So we do have a deploy mode. It does look like there's only 2 cap points, but you definitely want to be a little careful. So what we're going to do is. We'll deploy the cannon there. Deploy the shooters over here. I'm not entirely sure if they can actually shoot over the Shooter Boys. I don't think can shoot over that cover, but that's okay. I'll probably spend a few turns destroying some of this cover over here, and kind of actually, we could deploy over here actually behind the barricade, and I do believe these guys can shoot. Maybe they can't. We'll see. We can also take a rocket, a Killacan. Something we definitely don't want is our Warbikers getting caught out. Their HP and armor survivability is very low. We can deploy a Killacan over there. More Shooter Boys can go down over there. We do have a Pain Boy, and we're going to deploy him over there just so you can kind of heal, and hopefully he's in good enough cover there to not have to worry about anything too much. And we can deploy these guys over there. We have Orc Boys. These guys are just a cheapo depot sort of zoning tool. We'll put them over there. And good old Gorkanaut's going to go down over there, I do think. And that should hopefully work. Now we're not going to deploy. I think this is about right. I don't think we're going to get much better than this. And so we're gonna deploy. Unfortunately, you can see that flyer is definitely getting in there. I think we'll be able to get a heal off. Unfortunately, we don't have much shooting that we can do in return. We can try to shoot him down with the rocket launcher, but I don't think that's going to do very much. 43. I do believe this rocket launcher actually has the guaranteed crits, though it seems to not be doing that much. Use dock tools on those guys, and we can shoot back at the land speeder. Unfortunately, I do believe, well, it is orc shooting, so that's probably the biggest problem here, is that we're just not really able to hit. It's a little bit of damage. We'll shift over there and try to pump a little more lead into this guy. These tiles are definitely a little off. That's very pitiful damage. It looks like he doesn't actually have any cover, or no, this is being considered cover. You can see there his accuracy is being a little reduced. So I could actually do... I'm actually not going to commit anything just yet. So what we can do over here is we can try to destroy this tile, but it's going to be a little rough. It's a little, that's kind of... There we go. Tile's wrecked. I could have actually done that and saved myself a lot of effort, but that's okay. And we'll start stomping forward a little bit with good old this Gargant over here. I don't really want to commit the Warbikers just yet. I don't know if these guys have the range. I don't really think they do. So I think I'm going to hang back with these guys. I don't want to commit too soon and lose them for nothing. So I think, yeah, that's going to be it. Definitely sounds like we got dreads incoming. We got to try to bring this guy down. Unfortunately, he definitely is tanking through quite a bit, and he might actually wipe out these Shudas here. Yeah, maybe. Oh, he's going after my Killican. That's definitely not what I was looking for. But I do believe, actually, I don't think this one has self-repair, so that's going to be a bit of a pickle. Oh boy, we have a Titan, and I don't really... So that's not doing that much. The problem is that this guy definitely doesn't have... it's okay. I definitely have this battle wagon over here, and I can fire at this knight errant. I'm not entirely sure why my damage potential is low. You'd think that like a big gun like that would just tear through a knight, but apparently not. And weapon stats. So looking at our weapon stats, we have very little armor piercing on most of these units. We do have our quad linked Shuda's probably got the best bet against the knight, but that doesn't say very much because simply put, the knight just has so much. It has those shields, which are 50%, and then it's got armor, and I just don't have very much. I can attempt to use the twin rockets, which seems to that seems to do okay, but simply put, I think the Gargant's much more oriented towards close quarters fighting, so this sort of shooting isn't doing it that much good. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna try. You can actually throw stick bombs at it, so that's what we're going to do. And those will do absolutely, or nearly nothing. This is some really, really pathetic damage output. There we go, thank you. We're going to open fire on the Wolfguard Terminators, because the Blood Claws are not too much of a concern, in my opinion. But as you can see, our shooting is a little lackluster. And when I say a little, I mean incredibly lackluster. That was pretty pitiful. We'll juke forward. We'll move forward a little bit and try to get some volleys into these Blood Claws. The Blood Claws definitely need to be softened up a bit. Can move forward and lob some fungus stick bombs, which will do some decent amounts of damage, and hopefully that'll be good. So, other than that, I do have this walker over here, which I can fire on the knight errant with that, and watch as it does absolutely nothing with the big shooter. You'd think it would do a little better, but I guess I just have very little to bring this knight down. I've only done about a little bit of damage, and obviously I don't have the shields on the knight will just do ridiculous work. Fortunately, it's focused on the Gorkanaut, which is definitely ideal for me, because the Gorkanaut, oh boy, that's bad. But the Gorkanaut is definitely the tankiest unit I have here. You can see these guys are going in on my. Well, this could be a problem if they kill him. Oh boy, this could be very bad. They're probably going to kill this guy. That was definitely a big mistake. Definitely a miscalculation on my part. Meltas are going to kill some shooters. That's not the end of the world. And actually, they only killed one because they missed the second time around. So that was definitely a little rough. But not the end of the world. We can then boogie on over here with our walker and fire on the Wolfguard Termies. We definitely need to kill them. Unfortunately, this guy's accuracy is like, total garbage, and that's being generous. This is rather pitiful. We're gonna push up here and see if we can just... There we go. That's a little bit better. There we go. Okay, that's a little more passable. We're gonna juke back and try to mow down these blood claws. And they're panicking. They're kind of falling apart. I don't think they're actually in the fungus stick bomb AOE, but it's okay. And I actually have these bikes, which I guess I'll keep them in reserve for now. There's definitely a problem with this dreadnought. It's very tanky. But okay, that's a bit of a win. Flamers, I definitely don't want to be fighting those. We'll see if we can just poke at this dreadnought. The problem is that I don't have much in the way of armor piercing units. I actually don't have access to much in the way of armor piercing units, so it's not like I could have really done much else. I did forget that the Gorkanaut can actually bring. Oh boy, I'm gonna take some melt of fire there. That's okay. I have a lot of HP. I'll use the quad link to shoot him. Just try to whittle down this venerable dreadnought, because I think the knight's just going to be tanky. The knight's not doing very much damage-wise. Both it and the venerable dreadnought are a huge pain in the rear, though. I'm not entirely sure who I need to focus out more. Both are a huge threat, so we'll move the bikes forward a little bit just so they're ready to flex. And these guys are going to sit tight for now. I'm going to be ready to commit them against those Grey Hunters, but I don't want to push out just yet if I can avoid it. The knight over here still sniping away at the Gorkanaut. Definitely not great, but although it's not hitting too often, this won't be too much of it. It has a very high HP pool, so I don't have to worry too much about it. Actually, I do wish you could pick which weapon does return fire. The fact that you're not allowed to do that is definitely a bit. It's something I really wish they would put in. It's not going to do very much, if anything. I really wish that you could pick which weapon you could return fire with, because, for example, the Predator, when it does defensive fire, the Space Marine Predator, when it does defensive fire, it'll always use its autocannon, which is incredibly terrible against squishy units, despite the fact that it has multiple heavy bolters available. And I definitely sort of wish that you could pick which weapon you want to use. I think that would be pretty awesome. Oh, it looks like the Meltas can actually fire in there. So well, that was mildly pitiful, but that's okay. We can move over to there and now focus out the Grey Hunters. At this short range, we should be doing just fine. And there's minus 10% weapon accuracy, and we can run on over there and focus these guys out. These guys should be goners. Turn of shooting, awesome. And now we can set reaction arcs. Right now there's not too much of a threat here, so I'm actually going to move on over here. I don't think I can actually shoot at those guys. So we're going to push over to here. These guys have flamers, so they're not really able to defend themselves, which is perfect. I actually don't necessarily have to defend this, which is actually something I should have probably thought through. I'm still not going to have my rocket launchers available for a little bit. I'm going to drive the... Sometimes when I don't understand why my chance to hit is so low at, despite the fact that I'm at pretty short range, you'd think that even an orc with a gun like that would be able to hit, but apparently not. So what I'm actually going to do, rather than focusing on the dreadnought, I'm not too concerned about that. Oh boy, that was a mistake. I'm going to take some nasty fire from that. That's okay. What we're actually going to do is I'm going to try to focus out the Terminators, because they're by far the biggest threat here. If I can kill off the Termies, I'll basically be set. There we go. Okay, so the Terminators are down, which just leaves these Flamers, which I can definitely mop up with my other units. I'm actually going to run up to here and see if I can... That did very little. I don't even know if it did damage. The biggest problem here is that I simply don't want to commit to fighting... That was very weak. I don't want to commit to fighting that, because if I definitely don't want to lose these bikers to the knight, and I think it could kill him in a single round of shooting. So it's something I'm definitely a little nervous about. Oh boy, and this is actually flank shots. Yeah, there we go. Now we're starting to see the crits rolling in, and that's definitely a bit of a problem. Oh boy, it's very much not good. the flamers will actually do really well against the boys. And I think once the Imperial Guard rolls around, at least the Orc flamethrowers will suddenly have more of a purpose. Right now, Orc flamers are basically an absolutely worthless unit. There's zero reason to ever use them. Actually, that was very good. That was a good round of shooting there. It's not going to do very much to the Gorkanaut. I'm going to be able to pivot around and face the Titan come next turn, which will be great. I don't know why he gets the third turn of shooting there. That's kind of straight. Oh boy, then that's very bad. Last cannons. I guess they just deployed on the field. These flamers are really annoying. They're gonna rout these guys off, almost guaranteed. So what I have to do is I'm gonna cast Mordaka on this guy and aim for the Dread. There we go. So Dread's down. These guys are completely broken. There's no way they're going to recover. They're simply not going to fight any longer. So we're gonna march over to here. I don't know why this guy's... Oh, there might be a minimum range actually. That's kind of unfortunate. So we almost killed those guys. I don't want to use the flamer on my own troops. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna rotate to face this direction. I don't know how Scorcher doesn't have the range to hit those guys, so that's not gonna fly. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna swing this bad boy around and see if I can pick off these Grey Hunters. That's definitely, I just want to remove from the field if I can. There we go. That leaves only this guy who's shaken, has no counterattack. I could actually, I think, finish that off. I'm going to run forward with the bikes and mow him down. Perfect. So that wipes out that whole push. And over on this flank, there were some blood claws back there, but I'm not entirely sure where they went. So I'm going to do some little exploring. Going to fire off with Orcish precision. Oh, that was actually very nice. He did. Look at that. I spoke too soon. Orcish precision. Great. Orcs are the next Space Marine scouts. So we're gonna pull our big boys over there, and turn. I don't think there's really right now. These guys can be a bit of a nuisance. They're actually doing surprising amounts of damage, given that this is a huge vehicle. And then they ran in front of a bunch of bikers. The bikers have ridiculous amounts of damage. This dreadnought's gonna do very little because it's this Titan, or not Titan, the Knight is incredibly frustrating to play against. I have just nothing to answer it, or I answered the last cannon for that matter. Oh boy, now we got heavy bolters to contend with. This Gorkanaut's actually going to go down eventually. Like eventually, all this fire will start to wear me down. So what we're going to do is we're going to dash on over there. We can do is we can actually move to here. And we can actually attempt to model snipe these guys down and fail miserably. So I definitely don't. So something I definitely don't like is just how hard it is to pivot your troops or to pivot your units. Now this Gorkanaut actually completely fell apart just now morale-wise, so I'm gonna have to retreat. Definitely the pivoting and the reaction fire arc setups and all that sort of stuff is incredibly frustrating to deal with. We're gonna retreat. We're gonna get these bikers out of dodge. We're just getting everything out of dodge. Those last cannons are an incredible nuisance, but definitely the pivoting is a bit of a problem. The RNG is very annoying if you're not running a lot of elite units, so just a few of those disadvantages. But other than that, this is going pretty well and pretty fun. And I don't really want to commit these guys into anything dangerous because the last cannon could just model snipe him very quickly. So I'd rather just try to fight him at max range here. And we'll end turn. Surprisingly, the Gorkanaut's not doing return fire. It's just standing there. I definitely wish I had a self... this little... Okay, it's shooting at the Gorkanaut. That's not bad. I was a little worried it was firing at the... those last cannons, though. Oh, boy. I'm gonna have to... Yeah, this needs... oh, and now there's an... Oh, boy. I actually might lose the auto... oh, I'm gonna lose it. I lost the Gorkanaut. That was really painful. That was really incredibly painful. And apparently I'm not even able to snipe down those guys. That's rather frustrating. So what are we gonna do? What we can do is try to snipe away these, finish off these long fangs. Because I need to force my opponent to come to me. I need to make him come to within my effective range, not his effective range, which is what everything's been going down so far. I need to chuckle. I definitely made a mistake there pushing my Gorkanaut forward, though, and that might cost me this game. We'll see. There's a lot of Dreadnoughts still kind of... Oh boy. And the Space Marine shooting's a lot better than the Orc shooting. They're actually able to hit pretty consistently. Fortunately, the heat cannon or whatever it is, the Melta cannon, doesn't do that much damage to vehicles per shot. I actually think the auto cannon does more. For some reason, this vehicle won't... it has a reaction arc, so I don't know if you're just not... It just isn't actually able to shoot. It's a little strange. Move over there. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Turn our hull. So I'm not entirely sure how many units my opponent or the AI does have left here. It's definitely can't be that much, but it could be a decent amount. So it's definitely a bit iffy. We'll see. We're gonna push forward, try to snipe away at this Dreadnought. I need to apply some pressure onto this Dreadnought. Try to bring it down. This is a self-healing thing, so yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to apply some pressure. Push out. As far as I know, there's only a few units left. There's the Knight. There we go. Okay, maybe I should push these guys out a lot sooner. Simply because these guys have such terrible range, I really didn't want to commit them. And actually now, I'm kind of regretting not moving the Bikers into a better position, because they just barely have enough range to clip the Dreadnought here. There we go. Okay, we might be able to pull through this just yet. I definitely need to. I think I'm overestimating the Space Marines' armor capability, perhaps. Maybe not necessarily. I guess overestimating, but just all those guys got wiped. These Mega Knobs are definitely good. Oh wait, there's Flamers. Oh boy, that's actually that's kind of interesting. The AI went for flanking it. Oh boy. And now the thing is critting, and if I lose the battle wagon, I lose my only unit that's really capable of. This guy will heal a little bit, but not a lot. Yeah, this guy's completely broken. I might just lose the boys here. Yeah, it does splash, and it actually. Okay, so we're just gonna run. I needed to do that though because that's my only chance of. That's my only chance of staying alive. The Flamers are relevant. We need to bring down this last cannon and then work on the Knight. The Flamer can't really damage Mega Knobs, so. Unfortunately, the Knight Aaron is just so tanky. It's disgusting. And more than a little frustrating. We're going to flank around to there. We're going to try to wipe out these long fangs with heavy bolters very, very quickly. And fail. So we're going to end up using our extra thing of shooting. Now, we want to stay alive with this guy. We're going to push our Orc boys. The problem is that the Orc shooter boys will also, I think, go down to a single round of shooting. We'll try to poke at these Flamers, because I can't really do it. They're not going to do very much, if anything, to the Knight. The Knight's only lost 100 HP. The fact that they got that nasty crossfire with the Dreadnought is what brought me low there, and I'm just not able to really replicate that. I can try. I don't think the big shoot is just not comparable to an autocannon, though. It doesn't have the piercing ability. You can see the piercing's only 40, whereas, and plus the Titan does have the Titan. I keep calling them Titans, but the Knight has shields. Well, actually, we'll see what. It's not doing very much, those Mega Knobs. Well, it's doing a lot. Oh boy. Actually, practically wiped the unit out. That's pretty disgusting. I don't really have the tools. I'm not entirely sure what to do at this point. There's a Flamer. This guy's gonna flame my guys. I'm not entirely sure if it's not doing a lot. It's good. This Titan, or the Knight, is so painful to play against. I'm not entirely sure what to do. And they just got reinforcements, because that's what I needed to be dealing with right now. More Space Marines. go. Okay, so that's another kill. I can't really... Unfortunately, I'm not able to fire on the Knight Errant. This guy's morale is completely messed up. Now what I need to do is fall back with these guys. For some reason, it's not letting me fall back that way. Just a bit of a nuisance. Okay, so we got... we baited. Unfortunately, I don't know why it's not allowing my troops to retreat the way I want them to retreat. Bringing down this knight is going to be a pain. I'm not entirely sure how to do it. I don't really have the tools for it. Honestly, even the Gargant isn't really a tool for it. And because it has because it has the shields, which none of these other units have, or because it has shields, I'm not really able to just even the single shot power on the super cannon. If I was able to get one, say its rear, isn't doing as much as I would like. You can see some blood claws. We're able to bring down the swift claws. Well, that's not bringing much down, but that was kind of pitiful. He will repair a bit, but only 20 points, so it's not going to be enough to undo all of that crit damage. And now this guy is just YOLO'd through. He's not able to kill the battle wagon. He's not doing enough damage, but he's going to keep it in a state of morale collapse. And yeah, it's broken. We're going to push to the back and see if we can... There's something. Okay, that's a little more tolerable. Finally, I'm able to do something, but it's... At this point, I don't know if it's too little too late. We're going to see. We're going to unload on the Knight Errant's rear. See what little we can do. That shield is really frustrating. If I were able to bring this guy down, that would be perfect. You can see every now and then that this single round of shooting has done more damage than anything up to this point. But I definitely need one more volley out of those Warbikers. This accuracy is killing me, quite literally. Okay, that's passable, if uninspiring. We'll push this guy out. We'll try to get a little bit of shooting. Even one guy shooting is... There we... Oh, wow, that was actually really impressive, given that he's only one guy. We'll push this guy around, and we'll try to snipe away at those blood claws, if we can. Nice, and one more shot. And no. That's okay. We're definitely looking... things are looking up. My opponent can't... The AI cannot... At this point, kill enough. I'm not going to move the battle wagon. I don't think these guys with their pistols should be able to bring this down. I'll heal up a little bit and I'll be set. The blood claws, that's okay. Now, strangely enough, this is another thing. The chainsword on the so this is another one of those kind of strange things. The chainswords on the Knight Errants are actually rather pitiful, damage-wise. And I remember noticing this. These guys need to fucking bring it down. Bring it down! Bring it down! It's like, what's his face? Theoden in Lord of the Rings screaming with the Mumak kill. Bring it down! Bring it down! I'm trying to use my shooters to bring it down because that would allow me to level them, but I don't think that's going to happen. I'm going to have to use these guys. Oh, that's okay. I can make these guys faster, and I can make them shoot even more. That's actually kind of an interesting toss-up. I think I'll take the double attacks, and we'll roll with that. Oh, crap. Okay, there actually was a unit that spawned there. Okay, I didn't realize there was a unit. So reaction arcs. Move around. This unit simply needs to recover. I'm gonna run away to there. Turn hall. 42 hit points. That's very low, but I might be able to just eke out survival. What kind of shot is this? These rockets are just painfully bad. accuracy-wise. I'll be able to bring this Blood Claw down, I think, with... There we go. Perfect. I'll be able to pick away at these guys just a little bit. I don't want to get close enough to for them to melee, because while Blood Claws are not amazing in melee, they can definitely bring down a very low walker. But yeah, it looks like things are looking up. I think we got this, unless there's some weird random. Oh boy. Okay. Well, actually, these guys might pick off the Orc boys, but I don't think they should be able to kill the bikes. I think. Kidding. That's a lot of damage. They would just do so much against orcs with their pitiful survivability. There we go. Okay, so they're dead. And this guy's healing up, which is perfect. I actually don't know. Does this guy have squigs? He does not. He just has the best ammo, which makes him a lot more accurate. We can try to bring down or damage the drop pod a little bit. I'm not entirely sure why these guys are not able to retreat. It's kind of strange. I'm not able to attack. These guys haven't engaged me in melee. That's just dumb. Oh well. Oh well. It is what it is. That's a little wonky. I don't because normally I know that when you get engaged in melee, some units can get locked down, but I'm not engaged in melee. So reaction arcs. I don't think I have reaction arcs. I'm not capable of doing reactive fire. We'll bring this troop drop pod down fairly quickly. We're probably gonna lose these bikers, I think, given that for some ungodly reason I'm just locked in melee and I'm not able to bring any units forward to help them. Oh, actually, that's a win. Whoa! Okay, awesome, awesome. So, pretty tight game. I definitely made some major mistakes with the way I played and the way I focused on any large targets. I definitely didn't realize that I could bring down the Titan or the Knights so easily. If I just flanked them with the bike, I would have probably gone for it much sooner. The Orcs definitely have some issues bringing down large targets because they're only real options, especially when you don't get flash kits, because you don't have too many anti-large options. There's no tank bustas in this game. There's no Ludas with beamy def guns or anything like that. You don't have any sort of. You don't really have any sort of artillery piece, or you do have Ludas, but the Ludas aren't that good against armor. You just don't have too many anti-armor options as orcs at long range. Whereas the Space Marines get Meltas, which actually are decent and they're available pretty early on. Then you get last cannons and rockets, and your dreadnoughts are really good against armor. And honestly, the Space Marines just have a roster full of armor killers, whereas orcs just don't. So, but definitely was pretty fun. I'm going to be continuing. Next episode will be Into the Maelstrom, which is a actual story mission. So that should definitely be a lot of fun. And yeah, that's what we're going to be continuing. Obviously, Total War Warhammer's Mortal Empires will be coming out shortly, and I'll be probably playing the heck out of that. That's going to make Quick Match much more interesting, and will hopefully help me get a little bit back into doing guides for Warhammer 1 factions and helping out with that and working on that sort of stuff. So yeah, I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe down below. If you have any comments, criticism, any questions about Sanctus Reach, or any suggestions on how I should play, then be sure to post those down in the comments and I'll respond as soon as I can. As usual, guys, I do appreciate you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye for now.